You probably remember the ending of The Walking Dead. Season 1 as emotional, heartbreaking, maybe even perfect. Lee Everett bitten out of time, sitting in that jewelry store with Clementine. And then the choice. Do you make her shoot you? Or leave you to turn? Most people remember this moment as tragic. But here's the thing. Lee's final choice wasn't just sad. It was way worse than you remember. Let's break it down.
What should we do now?
Because when you really think about what Lee is asking Clementine to do, and what each option actually means for her,
It's not safe at night.
this isn't just a moral choice. It's a psychological one. And no matter what you
Come
pick,
back.
Clementine loses something huge. By the end of Season 1, Lee isn't just a protector.
I'm sorry.
He's everything.
I'm
He's
sorry.
Clementine's last sense of safety. Her teacher. Her moral compass. In a world where everyone else has either died, turned, or betrayed them, Lee is the only stable thing she has
You
left.
look horrible.
So when Lee tells her what to do in that final moment, she's not just listening to a guardian. She's listening to the only person she trusts in the entire world.
It's so horrible.
Let's start with the choice most players pick.
And now
You tell Clementine to shoot you. On the surface, it feels like the right thing.
please
It's
don't
mercy.
harm him.
It prevents Lee from turning.
Become a walker.
It protects her from seeing him as a walker later. But look at it from Clementine's perspective. She's a child,
I can.
and in her final moments with the one person she loves most, he asks her to pull the trigger. Not metaphorically, not symbolically, literally. That's not just traumatic. That's defining. Because now, survival isn't just about staying
But I
alive.
can wait until then.
It's about making impossible choices and living with them.
It is.
Lee's last lesson becomes,
I know you.
sometimes you have to kill the people you love. And that stays with her forever. Now look at the other choice. You tell Clementine to leave. At first it feels gentler.
I can't.
She doesn't have to shoot Lee. She doesn't have to carry that weight. But what actually happens? She walks away, alone, knowing Lee is going to die, and then turn. And that's the part people forget. Because now, Clementine doesn't just lose Lee. She leaves him behind. And for a kid who already lost her parents, that hits differently. Instead of trauma from action, she gets trauma from inaction,
Cut it myself.
from questions that don't go away. Did I do the right thing? Was he scared? Was he alone? What if I should have stayed? This is what makes the ending so brutal. Not just emotional. Brutal.
What is it?
Because both choices shape who Clementine becomes. If she shoots Lee, she becomes someone who can make the hardest call possible, even when it destroys her inside. If she leaves,
Too.
she becomes someone who survives, but carries doubt and unresolved guilt. Either way, her childhood ends in that room. Not when the outbreak started. Not when she lost her parents. Right there, with Lee. And here's the part that makes it worse. Lee doesn't just leave Clementine with a choice. He leaves her with responsibility. He forces her into a world where there are no perfect answers. No safety nets. No second chances. Whether you realize it or not. He's preparing her to be alone. That's his real final lesson. Not how to shoot. Not how to survive. But how to live with consequences. That's why this ending sticks with people. It's not just sad. It's uncomfortable. Because deep down, you know there wasn't a way to protect Clementine from that moment. Only a way to decide how she would be changed by it. And that's what makes Lee's final choice worse than you remember.